Good evening. Thank you, Richie. What an amazing night that we have here tonight. I was just looking around at our attendance. I was looking at the moms, the dads, the grandmas, the sisters, the brothers, these two amazing females that are down here. They're going to get recognized later. But also, I get this opportunity to recognize 4 individuals in our state of Montana as females in the great sport of wrestling, and 4 individuals that are males in the great sport of wrestling. I have shortened up their little bios that they sent in to me, but the one thing I'm going to leave for them to do is the opportunity to come up here. They want to say thank you, mom, dad, coach, or if they want to tell us where they're headed in the future. So I left those things out of there for them to have that opportunity. But I do understand when I do get a shy one, you can just shake my hand and I'll give you your award. But I might talk about the rest of your bio after that. If I could, if you could come up this side, as I recognize, I am going to start with the ladies as a gentleman. They're going to come up on this side. Keep in mind, you want to get pictures. We have a great AAU wrestling banner hanging over here for the pictures afterwards. With that, starting with the girls from the South Central Division, Elizabeth Sherman. Her parents, Julie and Trevor. She has 2 brothers, 2 sisters. She's been a member of the Dark Horse Wrestling Club for 3 years and carries a great point average of 4.24. Her wrestling career record is 104-20 and has a single season school record for takedowns at 142. She has competed at the AAU State Tournament, the Montana Open, Divisionals, and Fargo. Her most memorable wrestling moments was winning her consolation semis match at high school state after a rough loss in the semis. She played flag football for a year and has volunteered for 9 years by fostering through the Rescue of Montana. Your South Central Division outstanding female wrestler, Elizabeth Sherman.
Thank my coaches and my parents and my siblings. They all put a lot into me and everything that I do. And I unfortunately won't be wrestling anymore in college, but hopefully I'll be able to help with my clubs, and I'll be going to Montana Tech.
All right, boys, you got to follow up with that one. Your South Central outstanding boy wrestler, Hermes Rivera. His mom and dad, Angela and Tabitha, and his brother and sister. He attends Billings Central High School and has been a member of the Montana Disciples for 14 years. He carries a grade point average of 3.7 and is his high school wrestling record of 122-38. He is a 2-time AAU state champ, 1-time Montana Open champ, 4-time freestyle state champ, 2-time Greco state champ, and a 4-time high school state qualifier. 4-time varsity leader, 3-time team captain, 2025 Rams Most Improved, 1-time academic All-State, 3-time member Team Montana Culture Exchange with Germany, 2-time Montana High School Association State Placer, 2025 High School State Champion, and a 2025 Fargo Beach National Champion. His most memorable wrestling moment was winning his high school state championship along with his brother. Hermes was in gymnastics for 10 years and football for 2 years. He volunteers helping with Memorial Day flags for veterans and at Memories at Magical Moments and I'm going to leave it to him to give his thank you and where he's headed in the future. Your outstanding South Central boys wrestler, Armis Rivera.
My name is Armis Rivera. I'm a senior at Billings Central, graduating in a couple of weeks. I want to thank my mom, my dad, my brothers and sisters, and most of all, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for my opportunity to be here and my accomplishments throughout my life. I'm headed to Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota this summer to wrestle and study multimedia journalism. And I'm just ready to embrace the new opportunities. Thank you all.
Again, I apologize if I butcher anything. Back to our ladies from the West Division. Taylor Legg. Her parents, Jason and Amanda. She attends Capitol High School and has been a member of the Helena Wrestling Club for 8 years. She carries a grade point average of 3.8. Her high school wrestling record, 131-15. She has won multiple state titles for AAU, high school state champion, freshman, junior, and senior year, Rocky Mountain National Champion, and Flow Renal World's Champion. She's had 2 memorable wrestling moments. She lost to a girl at the Wild West Championship, came home, worked hard, only later to beat her down in Denver shortly after that, to beat her in overtime. Sophomore year of high school, lost in triple overtime after a really tough bout. She went back, she felt she was in the best shape at that point. She met that same individual her senior year and won by 1 point to end her high school career. Helena Youth Soccer 2013 through 2021, 8 years. Capitol High Soccer 2022 through 2026, 4 years and lettered. Capitol High Softball 2022, 1 year and lettered. She states she plans on coaching when she's done in college and would like to come back to Montana to help coach and volunteer. She helped her club refereeing when she has time outside of training and also on the sidelines with the other girls who wrestle. Your outstanding girl wrestler from the West Division, Taylor Legg.
Hello, I'm Taylor Legg from Helena Capital. I would just like to thank my parents and coaches for supporting me throughout my journey, and I will be continuing my wrestling career at Western Colorado and Mesa.
Your West Division outstanding boy, Jace Comack. Jace's parents, Steve and Donnell, brothers Jaron and Jordan. Jace attends Great Falls High and has been a member of the North Montana Wrestling Club for 10 years. His grade point average is 3.4, and his wrestling record is 30-2 his senior year, total 120-28 high school record, and he wrestled in a college open. Jace is a 4-time Montana High School state place winner, 2-time state finalist. He is a 2026 Montana State champion, a 2-time Tom Lacrosse champion, a CMR Holiday champion. He was an AAU Middle School All-American and voted most inspirational wrestler at Great Falls in 2025. His most memorable wrestling moment was looking at my brothers in my corner after the time expired to win my state title. Other sports and organizations he's been include Great Falls Chargers traveling baseball team member 2018 present, Great Falls Chargers defense MVP 2024 and 2025. Great Falls High football varsity starter 2026. Great Falls High baseball varsity catcher 2026. Jace has volunteered for the Special Olympics baseball practice and has been a rep at wrestling tournaments throughout the years. Your West Division outstanding wrestler, Jace Comack. And if someone's going back to Great Falls and want to get with me, we can give this award, so maybe you can get it, but I'll find my way to get it to them if we don't. From my sports guy right next to me, I think they're playing baseball right now. We'll see where Jace is at. Your Northeast Division girls outstanding wrestler, Alara Cooper. Nicole and Michael. She has 2 brothers and a sister. Alara attends Poplar High School and is a member of the Poplar Wrestling Club for 7 years. She carries a grade point average 3.2 and her wrestling record 118 and 47. She is a 2-time Eastern BC Division champion, finished 5th place at state in 2026, 6th place at state in 2025. She is a 3-time Scotty Invite champion. Her most memorable wrestling moments is being a 2-time divisional champion and a state placer. Other sports and activities are 4 years of cross country, 4 years of track, 1 year of flag football, and cheer. She is a volunteer for the Fort Kip Powwow Committee, is a CNA at the Northeast Montana Health Services where she's employed. Your Northeast outstanding wrestler for the female, Alara Cooper.
I would first like to start by thanking the AAU organization for giving athletes like me the opportunity to compete, grow, and be a part of something big. Being part of this community has shaped me not just as a wrestler, but as a person. To my coaches, thank you for your time, your patience, and for always pushing me to be better even when it wasn't easy. Everything I've learned on and off the mat is because of your guidance. A huge thank you to my Auntie Darcy for always showing up, not only for me, but for my teammates. But most importantly, thank you to my mom for being there for every early morning, every late night, and especially every win and every loss. I'm super grateful for this award and I'll keep working hard. And again, thank you. I will not be continuing my wrestling career in college, but I will be attending Wilson State College for cross country with a major in nursing.
Your outstanding boy wrestler from the Northeast Division, Kai Gamas. His mother, Nicole, dad Trenton, his sisters, brothers. He attends Glasgow High School and has been a member of the Glasgow Wrestling Club for 12 years. Kai carries a 3.979 grade point average, and his wrestling record is 188 and 25. He is a 3-time Class BC high school state champion, an Iowa Duals Bronze All-American, a Montana Open champion, and a 2-time Montana AAU state champion. His most memorable wrestling moments were winning his first high school state championship and celebrating with everyone, winning a Montana Open, and attending team camp trips to Aberdeen, South Dakota for wrestling and competing. Other sports and activities are football for 7 years, track for 7 years, basketball 5 years, student advisory council for Montana High School Association for 3 years, unified athletes for 4 years, and the National Honor Society. Kai volunteers through Unified Athletes and the National Honor Society. He helped with the chains for the middle school and JV football games, and he's helped at the Cal Ripon baseball practice and umpired for Legion B baseball. Your Northeast outstanding boy wrestler, Kai Gamas.
thank my parents and my coaches for all of the support and everything they've had me do. And I will be attending Dixon State, but playing football, not wrestling. And I will be studying kinesiology.
Your outstanding girl wrestler from the Southeast Division, Jada Harbaugh. Her parents, Donna and Trent, her sisters, as siblings. She attends Baker High School and has been a member of the Baker Wrestling Club for 9 years. She has a grade point average of 4.0 and high school wrestling record of 145-8. She has placed fourth at state in 2023, second in 2024, and was a state champion in 2025 and 2026. Jada has attended Rocky Mountain Nationals, Black Hills Nationals, wrestling in both girls and the boys bracket, never placing below second in the girls bracket at these tournaments. At the Montana Open, she placed second twice. She has wrestled at the Junior Olympics, JOs in Iowa duels, and at the Scholastic duels, and been an All-American 5 times. In high school, she is All-Conference and All-State 4 years, and is scheduled to represent Team Montana in Germany this summer. Her most memorable wrestling moment was in 2025 when I won the state. I was so exhausted, I collapsed on the side of the mat, and some guy tried to interview me while I was laying down. Was that you, John? She has been involved in volleyball for 7 years, basketball 5 years, track 4 years, softball 2 years, and has been officiating for wrestling for 2 years, and is working on getting her MOA license. She will be officiating softball for the first time this year. Jada volunteers as a teacher's aide at concessions and helps coach at practice and meets the wrestling meets for the Baker Wrestling Club. Your Southeast outstanding female, Jada Harbaugh.
I would just like to thank you all so much for being here today. I'm incredibly grateful for the support, encouragement, and the kindness I received along the way. None of this would have been possible without the people who believed in me, challenged me, and stood by me through both the highs and the lows. This is an opportunity I'll forever be grateful for. Thank you all so much.
Last but least, your Southeast Division outstanding boy wrestler, Ruben Kinzer. His parents, Russ and Cody, and then he has listed his siblings. He has a grade point average of 3.0. Ruben has a high school record of 106-43. He is a 4-time high school state qualifier, 2-time high school state silver medalist, and 2026 Montana High School Association Class BC state champion at 285. He was 3rd place at 2023 Eastern BC Divisionals, 2024 Divisional Champ, and the 2025 and 2026 Division Runner-Up. He is a 2021 Black Hills Nationals 4th place finisher, 2-time AAU state champion, and Iowa Duels attendee. Ruben's favorite memories are winning a 2nd place team trophy with teammates Regan Schaefer in 2023, calling his dad after winning the divisional championship in 2024, earning a state title in 2026, and wrestling with AKA Rage baiting his sister Bo. Maybe he can touch on that. Ruben participated in 4-H shooting sports for many years, high school track for 3 years, high school football for 3 years. Reuben builds primitive bows and arrows by hand. He also hand knaps stone arrowheads. At age 14, he killed a bull elk with a recurve bow. Reuben has helped mentor his younger siblings at wrestling and proudly states that they will be more successful on the mat than he was. Reuben has helped his grandparents on a small sheep operation and is always willing to lend a hand when someone asks. And he works part-time at the local grocery store. I might need some ranch fat. Reuben, you're outstanding Southeast Division boys, outstanding wrestler, Reuben Kinzer.
I'd like to thank first our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I'd also like to thank my parents. My dad, he taught me what it was to be a strong man, even if he didn't want to be. I'd like to thank all the coaches I've had, a lot of coaches, and everybody who supported me along the way. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
About the AAU contribution and service awards, those people who have contributed to AAU for the last year. Michael?
My name is Michael, and I'm AAU. I'm in my fourth year in that role, and looking forward to continue the next 4 years. Before we get too much further into awards and stuff, I need to take a little bit right now and thank people who do a lot of the work to put this up. And one of them is our outstanding contributor, who is our chairman for the Little Sullivan Award Committee. And then his right hand gal, Kalispell. Thank you. They do a lot of the legwork, and without them, this just doesn't happen. So, now on to I get to present two awards: outstanding contributor and outstanding service. Our first award is our outstanding contributor, Mike Ward. We were talking earlier and thinking about how long he's been doing this. I believe came to the conclusion that he started this journey with us in 2014. And it's a really neat story. The governor at that time, Nieto, was just making her exit out of Montana review, and she pulled him aside and asked him, please do not let us die. He took the bull by the horns. Great job. Thank you. Thank you.
Again, thank you. Yeah, I did take over as chair in 2014. I started helping around 2004, helping with selecting athletes and trying to get our finalists. So, been at it a while and look forward to keeping at it. So, thank you all.
For our outstanding service, earlier tonight, we were discussing about the time that he started and agreed to come and put this presentation together for the Little Sullivan Award finalists. We believe it's around that 2018, 2019 frame. They all run together, don't they? And I'll tell a short little story. Before we asked Richie Melby, which I believe was Janelle and Troy Jensen when they were in Montana AAU, and I'll tell you, since that guy's come on board, this thing has shot up a whole different level, and it's solely because of Richie Melby. Our Outstanding Service Award, Richard Melby. Very true.
Speechless, right?
Well, I get to talk too much in a little bit, so I'm not going to take much, but yeah, Janelle, Hailey, Mike, Dave. I didn't have gray hair until I started working with Dave. True story. Salt and pepper I've got now was not here earlier. And then Dave and I teamed up and held it down. Yeah, that was about an hour ago, actually. No, it's a lot of fun. It's an honor to get to meet the athletes. It's an honor to, as you'll see in the presentation a little bit, get to chat with people that know them better than I do. But I know that we gave John Will kudos earlier. He's one of the ones that's always really good about sharing these stories and sharing the finalists and stuff like that. And so I'm just honored to be able to do some of that as well when we get up here every year. So thank you, guys.
I know, but we have a pit stop. Earlier tonight, we were introduced by what I consider a legend, Don Barnett from Tennessee. He's been in the AAU for many, many years. And I didn't know until yesterday that he was actually invited to Chinese and let me know. But what a blessing it is to have a legend like him in-house. So I'm going to call on Don. As AAU people, you know I have the softest heart in the world, and I couldn't get through a speech to save my life. So I asked Don to come up and present two, and I'll let him discuss what they are.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. Quite an honor to be invited to this. I've often asked about the Sullivan Award, and I've often asked, why doesn't every AAU district in the United States have something like this? This is first class. You're first class, you're first class, and these people get to recognize how sharp you are. That is awesome. That is why, one of the reasons why I love Montana, which is saying a lot for a guy from Smoky Mountains. You know, but I really love it. I'm really glad. And they asked me to give an award that it's a recognition award. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to challenge you winners right now. I want you to think about something. The people, these are old people awards. These are young people awards. This is for old people who, at the time of your life, can you imagine from this point forward giving 50 years of your life to young people and the sport that you love so much? Think about that. And this is, you're going to pull them out and give it this way. Okay. First one, it's an honor to know a man that has given 50 years of his life to the organization and to the kids' growth in the sport of wrestling, and that's Dave Bennett.
great. It's pretty emotional.
You're good.
I always tell a story about, so in 1962, when I got my first ADU, I was a fan. I was on a disaster trail, headed down the wrong path with wrong kids. And the person who was the president of the AAU at that time, Georgia Burns, I went to a swim thing one night, and she said, well, you need to kind of hang in here. And so I was not a very good swimmer. I thought I was, but I wasn't. And through all of my emotional tantrums, all the things I do that everybody in this room at some point or another has seen, she stood by me. She changed my life. And I think, like all coaches, and people who reach out to you, she did that for me, and I'm sorry. And to this day, I live to thank her for being with me. Thank you. Bring it, Dave. Good. So, again, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. You people know about challenges. You know about overcoming. It's out there. The other person that I'd like to recognize real quickly here, who has given another 50 years of his life to the sport and to the youth in wrestling, I want to thank very much. Oh yes, Terry Williams.
Well, I'll tell you a little Dave Bentler story. It got me started. I got out of college. Went to school at Dickinson, wrestling there. Come home and
I got the mark.
my nephews were wrestling, and I came home to coach. Oh, and there's this political stuff, this convention stuff. I'm never going to do that. I'm here to coach. That's what I want to do. I want to coach these kids. And I did. I coached a lot of years. Still coaching. Back just a couple weeks ago, I was coaching down in Mesa. But back then, we wrestled freestyle in Greco. There was this guy that came around the state. He was from youth. He came around the state, teach us how to be officials, be coach the sport of wrestling or freestyle. Of course, me being the smartass I had to fight everything he told him, but that don't make sense. That don't make sense. We were just calling, right? Those folks that he's teaching freestyle. What the hell's that? You're gonna be an official. You start tomorrow.
Got him a whistle. Got a job.
So that's kind of where it went from there. Pretty soon I'm going to conventions, still going to conventions. One memorial convention was in Missoula. My sister, who had two boys wrestling, her in Missoula at the convention, and I was in between my sister a beautiful event. And they stood up there and they said, conventions, we can't go up to Billings, that's way out there. Way out, the road don't go that way. And I, up, and my sister and brother. That's when I learned the Bennett's rules. My first year at convention, you don't say nothing. 3 years before you got, that's the Dave Bennett's rule. Anyway, I enjoy it. It's been a journey, and yeah, it's been 50 years. It's been fun. These kids are worth it.
All right, adult ADD, I gotta take the mic, I gotta walk a little bit. I'm sorry if that, keep moving it back and forth a little bit. Tom Osborne, great job, buddy. That was really, really well done. You can just call me Guy. Guy Miller. Yeah, Uncle Guy. Really quick, before we get started, we will get it up to the presentation. So, Eliza, can you see with these balloons in the way? Okay. Because we'll move. Okay, she can see everybody. Before we get up to the screens, I want to do 2 quick rounds of applauses. We do have 2 of our nominees here, but there's 8 total, 4 on the guy's side, 4 on the ladies' side. I want us all to give a round of applause to their families, their parents, their grandparents that could be here. That's who shaped them and who they are. Coaches, of course, help them as well. But the families, and same things for our outstanding wrestlers as well. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do to make them who they are. Our second round of applause, I'm married. Tonight's event was supposed to start at 7. I would have had to tell my wife, be there at 5, so that we could be here at 7:30, probably, if we're lucky. These ladies got ready early and got here. The guys, as you can see, are still putting their hair and makeup together because I don't see them anywhere. So, thank you, ladies. All right, so the Little Sullivan Award, written right in your program, started by David Nell of Miles City, great supporters of AAU, both Montana, nationally. Dave served as the national AAU president, held many positions across Montana AAU, and right there in the Miles City community as well. So the Little Sullivan Award was created to honor an outstanding male and female athlete from Montana that has these following qualities, and these 8 finalists tonight certainly do. Athletic excellence, the first thing we notice, how they perform. Leadership, character, sportsmanship, the things that they bring to the table every single day. And ideals of amateurism. So the Little Sullivan Award, Montana's version, just like the national AAU Sullivan Awards, this one honors a male and female athlete. You've probably already looked through the pamphlet here and seen some of the names and recognized some of them. These 8 that are here tonight, or being nominated here tonight, certainly deserving of joining those lists of outstanding athletes. So, while we get started here, I'm going to turn the attention to the screen.
I'm about to go level up, I cannot settle for nothing, I never been regular, always knew I could do better, I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back, they didn't see all the time that I put in, now me and the money are way too attached, still reppin' 919, the city is mine and I put it all on the map, coming for what I deserve, I put in the work, now I'm about to level up, I'm about to go level up, I cannot settle for nothing, I never been regular, always knew I could do better, I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back, they didn't see all the time that I put in, now me and the money are way too attached, still reppin' 919, the city is mine and I put it all on the map, coming for what I deserve, I put in the work, now I'm about to level up.
So there we go, 8 of Montana's best. We got a couple of them in the house tonight, and luckily, alphabetically, you guys are going to be pretty close, because being the gentlemen that we are, we're going ladies first, right? So let's get into it. Right there again, premier amateur athletes, athletics, leadership, character, sportsmanship, all of the things that Tom just chatted about. But we'll start things off with the female finalists tonight in alphabetical order. Eliza, over here. Thank you for being here, Eliza. All-state athlete, Billings senior, snagged team MVP honors as a junior and a senior, and has been a cornerstone at the University of Montana over the last handful of years. In fact, she also helped lead the Grizz to 3 consecutive Big Sky Conference regular season championships, and as a dominant presence out there on the pitch, she was a all-conference selection, Big Sky Conference all-tournament team, and you can see the stats that are up there: 11 career goals, 7 career assists, good for 29 career points, making her one of the most productive players in the program, and a leader as well. Also, what you can see on there, and one of the things that I didn't mention, they're all student athletes. And the academic portion of things is also as exciting. And you can see right up there, the CSC stands for College Sports Communicators, Academic All-District Honors for her excellence in the classroom. And so what we like to do for these is, rather than me sitting up here and chat, for those of you that have been here before, I like to have an opportunity to chat with somebody that knows them better. And that's exactly what we did for Eliza.
Eliza grows up in Montana, ends up going to obviously University of Montana to play, and it just her story is so inspiring in so many ways. I think she could play at a high level, and she over time developed into a really successful player for us. She's not going to be a good player, she's going to be a great player. Very recognizable face with the type of personality that all the younger kids in the area love her and want to be like her when they grow up. And that's exactly what happened with Eliza. I mean, she came in exceptionally fit and strong. She was, multi-sport athlete in high school. And by the time she got to senior year, it's exactly what you said. I did not have to coach her a ton. I could just rely on her to do the job correctly. And it was just so much fun to see that vision come out of, as I said to her, if you're going to be here, it's because one day you're going to be a star player for us. And that's exactly what she turned into. Academically, never an issue. She's one of those who was always just excelling in the classroom as well, right? Really taking school seriously, taking soccer seriously, taking life seriously, but at the same time in her classic Eliza way. I mean, she's got the biggest smile on her face all the time. One of our core values is joy, and when people said, the best way to describe joy is just look at Eliza. I mean, here's somebody who, no matter what situation we're stepping into, she walks into it with, I'm going to crush it, but I'm going to do it with a smile on my face, because that is the best way to approach life. Just crushes it all the time, and it's very, very unique. You won't find many people like her. And she comes out of the state. She represents the state. She represents the people. She represents the university and the Grizz logo absolutely perfectly. I mean, the way she attacks life, like I said, with the biggest smile on her face, but yet that relentless work ethic at the same time. She's going to be successful at literally anything she puts her mind to in life. It's she's just a really special human being.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first female finalist is Eliza Bentler. Are we still getting used to seeing Coach in that Washington State garbage?
Not quite yet, but I'm proud of him and everybody that my teammates that went there. Honestly, I wrote a speech with my mom for this, but I'm going to go a little off script, tell a little story about really more of my athletic career growing up in Montana. So something I learned through my college career is that a lot of growth and resiliency comes in really uncomfortable moments, in the times that are a lot harder. And that's something that I just am so grateful for my college career. Honestly, my junior year I didn't play much, and that was really hard. As every athlete knows, it's hard to dig yourself out of that mental headspace, and the mental game is just almost as important as the physical. And so coming into my senior year, my mom actually, I was a little scared, but my mom, she told me to watch this video clip. And I don't remember the name of the documentary, but I would go to minute 24 and watch the same clip before every game because it worked after the first time I watched it. And the guy would basically say, I need you guys all to go out there and play like your 8-year-old self. And for me, that was the little Montana girl who had her dad as her coach, and he told me if I scored with my left foot, I would get Dairy Queen, because I'm a right-footed player. And playing out back with my little brother George, and we had this little bounce back thing in our backyard, and we would play this game where we would do bicycle kicks in the backyard, just shooting on each other. And having my mom as my coach at one point when I was really young, and she's never played soccer, but she knows how to give high five and give out oranges. So this whole senior year was really just about remembering that little girl who just loved the game, fell in love with the sport. Many hours at Amen Park here in Billings, Montana. And I just think that that's a piece of advice that I would give to the young athletes here who are going on to play college athletics, is to just remember that little kid who fell in love with the sport, a little Montana athlete. It really is just so special being from this state. There's just a different type of resilience and energy, and I wouldn't have changed a thing. So thank you.
Mom, don't stop recording. Hold that up for Mom. I see she's got her phone out. We'll get it. Actually, all the outstanding wrestlers too. We'll go grab a photo afterwards. I guess, Dave, we can get a photo of you two afterwards, but we'll get a photo with you guys and your stuff too afterwards. All right, our next finalist for Montana State. Oh, this is what I should have let off with. Quick show of hands. Montana State fans? Okay, put them down. Quick show of hands. Grizz fans? Oh God, that's about half and half. I'm not sure who to bash. All right. It looked too neutral for me to bash either side tonight, so here we go. All right, our next female finalist, Hailey, Montana State track and field. I should also note, Eliza graduates next weekend with a degree in marketing. She's already got a job lined up at a nonprofit over in Missoula helping adults with disabilities, so thank you for that, Eliza. Now let's get to my friend Hailey. Representing Montana State University, she soared to new heights and lengths, literally, on the national track and field stage. A graduate of Billings West, another Magic Cityer, she held school records in the 100 hurdles, the triple jump, plus the school and state record in the 4x100 meter relay for the Golden Bears. And if I'm remembering correctly, her senior year, they never lost that 4x100 meter relay throughout the entire season. She helped them do a runner-up finish at the Class AA state track and field meet, where she won a state championship in the triple jump. She was runner-up in the long jump, and once again, she got gold in that relay and placed third in the 100-meter hurdles. Now, let's fast forward. Earlier this year, she cemented her legacy both with the Bobcats and the Big Sky Country, one of the best in the entire nation when she became a 2026 NCAA Indoor Championship All-American. She's a consistent force in the Big Sky Conference. You can see up there that she qualified for the 2025 Outdoor Nationals, and she owns the conference and the school record. You can see it up there in the long jump, 21 feet, 5 1/4 inches. She couldn't be here this evening because she's over in Pocatello competing, and Graham and I in the food line had to, being the sports guy I am, look up how she did. She won the long jump, 21 feet even, and 5th place in the 100-meter dash. Proud Graham. Now, Hailey continues to prove Montana's jumpers can compete with anyone in the nation, and that's exactly what her jumps coach said.
Hailey's been an amazing athlete to be able to coach. Just the improvements that she makes at every single meet, she always finds a way to PR, which is pretty impressive for somebody in long jump, you know, such a skilled event that a lot of people have a lot of ups and downs, but she tends to just have a lot of ups. So just the mentality that she brings as well to track, and also just being a really great teammate. Her ability to kind of lift people around her and really elevate this jumps program at Montana State has been a huge upside for her. We run a track camp in the summer, and she helped out at that last year, and it was just really awesome being able to see her help her community and help the kids that really are involved in track and field. She has a lot of fun doing it. She also helps out at Little Bobcats and is always talking about how we need to have, you know, the little track camp and host some of those. So she's definitely a big supporter of the community and is just always looking out to see what she can do to help those next level kids in Montana, the state of Montana, you know. I would say Hailey Coey embodies everything you want in a student athlete, right? She has the grit and the determination to just wants to go out there and compete, and she wants to win, you know, and she also is very dedicated. So whatever it takes for her to be successful, that's the kind of work that she's going to be putting in. You know, she's not only just doing it for herself, she's doing it for her community, her teammates. She's a really good team player. And just an amazing person to be around. You know, she's made 2 national meets, 2 conference champions in long jump. Like, just the determination she has, like anything she puts her mind to, she's going to be successful in. And that's not just track and field. She's a 1 in a million to be able to coach, and I have the pleasure of being able to be her coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second female finalist. Are we going to put you on the spot, or do you want me to just hand it down there to you? She gets to take this sweet trophy home. Grandma Carolyn's here on her behalf, because like I said, she's in Pocatello. Mom's over there watching as well, right? So we're going to hand this off to you. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Congratulations. All right, our next female finalist, Hania Halverson. From the wrestling mats in Kalispell and across the state of Montana to the national collegiate stage, Hania's journey is defined by grit and discipline. She was a Montana high school state champion, and she took her talents to Colorado Mesa, where she's become a force throughout the region, throughout the league. She was an RMAC champion, qualified for the national championships, but her impact, as we've said, academics, it's felt just as strongly off the mat, where she's had a perfect 4.0 GPA in exercise science. She's an RMAC first team academic all conference, and as you can see up there as well, some other accolades in terms of the academics. So student athlete to a T. She's also a 2-time state champion leader who perfectly balances the elite competition with some academic mastery, and her coach had this to say.
She had just huge goals for where she wanted to be. So when I was able to be on that inaugural team for Flathead High School, and my first year kind of leading that program, so having that leadership, that mentorship there, as well as an extra skill set that she brought to the table, was instrumental. Even from day one at those camps, Hania out-trained everybody in the room, always asked questions, wanted to get better, fix a technique, figure out where her strengths were to set things up for her skill set versus getting sucked into somebody else's style. She was there to build her teammates. She was always setting things with the most positive leading example by her work ethic in wrestling practice as well as in the classroom. Goes to show that dedication isn't always about how heavy you lift, how many takedowns you get, how many pins you have, what tournaments you won. It goes to a much bigger picture. You know, the little Sullivan, while it highlights the top athlete, she's not only doing the top athletic side of things, she's doing the top-notch person side of things. She's always the first one to say, okay, come on guys, we gotta get this done, fill everybody up. That strength, even when she's down, has always just been inspiring. She is showing these young ladies what their potential is, having come through the woodworks from all the way down and working her way up into that D1 level, qualifying for women's nationals, and being part of that process and the growth that we're seeing within our sport, and having to fight for the opportunity as a woman when she first started wrestling.
So Hania was going to be here, but started not feeling well earlier this week. We're going to make sure that we get her trophy to her as well. Our third female finalist from Kalispell, Flathead, Colorado Mesa. Our fourth and final female finalist is my friend Marleigh, fellow MSU peer. Marleigh Nieto is a proud alum of Billings West, where she was all-conference, all-state for the Golden Bears and helped lead the program into the Class AA state tournament, where they finished runner-up. Outside of the high school level, she was a softball factory All-American and also a regional all-star, catching eyes all across the country. Now, she stayed right here in her hometown and spent her collegiate career at MSU Billings, proving why she became a leader for the program. And we were chatting about some of the seniors. 3 seniors this year?
Yes.
2 of them injured?
2, one was injured, one had an extra year.
So there's your senior leadership right there for Marleigh, who had to step up to the plate. Earlier this year, earlier in her career, she joined the 100 Hit Club at MSU Billings, joining only 34 others who ever achieved that in program history. She was also a league leader at the plate this senior season, which was a career-defining season for her, and are known again for her veteran leadership as well as some of the defensive consistency. She was certainly left an incredible mark on high school softball, MSU Billings softball, and the sport in the state of Montana.
She's a homegrown, Billings, went to Billings West, played travel ball around here. She's Billings through and through. She just had a couple great years. Since I walked on campus, I realized that she was a ball player, and she's a good kid, and she's a good role model, and she tries to get out there and do the right thing, and works hard, and just doing a great job. It's paid off for her, where she was a first teamer last year. The first year she was an everyday player. She was a first team all league kid last year, and she's, like I said, she's leading the league in batting average right now. And she's on the leaderboard for a lot of the categories offensively. So she's goes hard all the time, but always has a pretty positive attitude and tries to keep everybody else in a positive attitude, and keeps the cheers going and the momentum and all that. Her actions speak for themselves. Everybody knows she's a good ball player, and can count on her in the lineup. She is just the epitome of what softball is. Little girls will come and watch a game, and she'll be one that they'll recognize real quick just by the way she plays, her energy, what she does, her mannerisms, her hyperness, the positivity. And then she'd be the first one to go outside the gate to take pictures with the little girls and all that. The epitome of the role model that you want. I think people can look up to her and appreciate her, and just see that she's always trying to lift people up. And that's what I'd say about Marleigh.
A few more quick facts. She's helping coach some flag football with Dad, right? Yeah. Coaching some flag football. But my favorite fact, she's here tonight. She graduated this morning. Earlier this morning with a degree in business marketing. And she's going to take that business marketing degree, and she's going to go off and own her own fantastic cosmetology place down the road, right? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, your fourth and final female finalist is Marleigh.
Okay, I'm going to take a page out of Eliza's book, but I did have something written down, but I guess we're just going to have to go out on a limb here. But I do want to say thank you to the committee and to this entire organization for having us, and for this wonderful night that we've had. I want to thank my family, my parents, my siblings. Super hard. Oh my God, I don't want to cry. This is so sad. Christian. My sister playing softball right now in Fargo. I haven't really been able to watch her kind of grow up, even though we've been together forever. But just missing these milestones has been really hard. But having somebody like Coach Shaggy around to kind of hold me down and make sure that I'm doing everything okay, especially separating my life and my softball, was something super difficult, especially after my first 2 years. At MSUB, obviously, I think we all kind of have little rough patches with sports, and I think all the other athletes in the room can also agree that there's been kind of a spot where you're kind of just like, why am I still doing this, And that was me my freshman year. Freshman year, got injured first 2 weeks of practice, was out all year long. Had to get surgery for it, just terrible. And then rehabbed the entire summer and didn't play my sophomore year, so I just didn't really have any hope. But pushed through that sophomore year, got to my junior year, and Coach Ecke gave me a chance, and now I'm here standing in front of you guys today. So I guess I can only say thanks to God and my family. And yeah, ew, why did I cry so much?
It's okay. They were happy tears. Here, we'll switch it from crying to laughing. So you guys see about a 2-minute snippet of these interviews I had with your coaches. I asked Coach if him and I go have a beer 10 years from now and we bring up Marleigh's name, what's he gonna remember? What was her personality? Whatever. Annoying, but in a great way. There was a nice pause, and here's why. So he's only been here 2 years, correct? So Coach Yaggy's only been at MSU Billings for 2 years, and he said that your entire family has helped him as he was moving and trying to move his family here and everything like that. But he said that first year, Marleigh would come into my office, sit down. It looked like we were about to have a very serious conversation. And then she'd say, "So what's your favorite food, Coach?" Or something like that, to where he had to say, "Be gone," I think was the exact quote, and get out of here. So yeah, these coaches, both of your guys' coaches have nothing but great things to say about you guys, and it was awesome to hear it through their lens. All right, so the Little Sullivan Award is voted on by the Montana AAU card-holding members from across the state of Montana. So those are your 4 female finalists. And the winner of the 2026 Little Sullivan Award on the female side is Hania Halverson. I thought there was somebody out there that was supposed to take her trophies home. Hang on, here's the other one as well. Thank you, guys. All right, we move on to the fellas side of things. We can embarrass them all we want here tonight, because they aren't here. Cole couldn't be here. There's a rodeo over in Grisland today. There's the big spring rodeo for Montana State, and there's the big rodeo for the University of Montana. But Cole's a Great Falls guy, and he brought the spirit of Big Sky Rodeo to the forefront and all the way to the national conversation. A senior leader for the MSU rodeo team, he had career milestones. He was your reserve national champion in steer wrestling at the College National Finals Rodeo, which means ranked 2nd in the entire nation. He captured the Big Sky Region steer wrestling title, won 4 individual regional championships during the 2025 season, and he's a versatile athlete who finished 6th in the regional all-around standings. He's competed at the Montana Pro Circuit Finals as well, and embodies the toughness and tradition of Montana's rodeo heritage.
Yeah, Cole's a senior from Great Falls, and last year at the CNFR, he won 2nd in the steer wrestling, which is the highest finish we've had for a male rodeo athlete since 1995, basically. There's been 3 reserve championships since then, and he's one of them. So it's a really big deal. Really hard worker. He's always in practice. He doesn't just go to practice for himself. If we have younger kids out there or people that are kind of learning the event, Cole's the one that I trust to teach the kids and work with the kids. He's really patient, really does a good job of teaching other kids how to steer wrestle too. If you had a team full of kids like Cole, you would never have any problems, you know. You can't take days off when you're on this team because you see those guys out there doing it and you see them winning, and that makes our whole team better. Well, yeah, Cole was basically my first recruit. He was the first guy that reached out to me that I was really interested in my first year coaching, and pretty good way to start it off. So I always remember that. I always remember how hard he worked, how much he made himself better and made the team better. This last weekend when he tore his ACL Thursday night, and then he competes over the weekend and wins around in the team roping and wins 2nd in the short go of the steer wrestling and places in the average. I mean, that just shows how gritty he is, how tough he is, and what a winner he is. He's such a dedicated athlete. It's not just because he has succeeded as much or more than any rodeo athlete here in Montana State in the last 30 years, but it's also because of his work ethic and the kind of kid he is. And he's the type of person that I want everybody to associate MSU rodeo with. And that's why I'm proud of Cole and why I'd be happy if he won it.
So as you heard there, I chatted with Coach on a Tuesday, asked him how the rodeo the weekend before had gone. It was up in Havre at MSU Northern. He tore his ACL, hopped on a horse, won the team roping, and competed in the steer wrestling. Your first male finalist is Cole Detton from Montana State. We'll stick with the Bobcats and move on to taco time. It's a name synonymous with Montana football excellence. Taco Dowler, also from right here in the Magic City, and his journey from Gatorade Player of the Year at Billings West, we're all the way to the national stage, and it, of course, has been nothing short of spectacular. While at Billings West, 3-time All-State in high school, and then, as you just probably saw earlier this year, helped the Montana State Bobcats all the way to that national championship, the first one in decades. So whether it's racking up nearly 1,000 yards receiving or serving as a dynamic threat on special teams, scoring punt return touchdowns, his impact on the field, undeniable. But off the field, it's the same. Taco's character shines even brighter. He's dedicated with volunteering, special needs students in the community, and you've probably seen some of the ads and flyers. Him and teammate Adam Jones are currently holding youth camps, and that's what catches his coach's eye.
I have a really good relationship with him. I think Taco's got a great personality. He's the same all the time to me. Shows up ready to work, does everything that's asked of him. I think he's a good teammate for a guy that I consider a star. I mean, he understands there's other places to go with the football, and in the end, he's a team guy, and he just wants us to succeed. He's really enthusiastic, always excited to see with what we've come up with, what we're going to do from week to week. I love his excitement level, and he cares about his teammates. Yeah, I think that's just how he is. I think it matters to him. He wants to give people his time, and he just wants to give back and be around it. I mean, I really think that's a part of what he is, and he's brought his teammates along with that. He and Adam Jones are doing camps together, and other guys are getting involved. But I think he's really embraced that role, and I think he knows it's pretty unique to be in the position he's in, to have people know who he is, and it kind of just adds to. I mean, he got to play on the field, but the fact that he's like that off the field, I think just adds to what's going to be his legacy. Great players are the ones that really make themselves great when they're available and to make any play that you need them to make, and that's what Taco is, and that's your guy. I literally have on my call sheet, get the ball to Taco. I have all these plays, but then I have a reminder on there. It comes back to players, and that's what that was about. Taco's one of one. I think he's extremely unique, the way he grew up, the way he carries himself, and he never gets too high, too low, and he's dependable. And that's the biggest thing you want is players you can count on and that you can scheme through and that you can trust. And you also enjoy being around every day and going to work with. His consistent attitude and the way he treats people. He's truly going to be a legend when he leaves this program, and he's not done yet, but he's done some amazing things, and can't wait to see what the future holds with him. The biggest players come through in the most important moments, and that's what he is. So those are the things I always remember about him and the way I would describe him.
I taught my 8-year-old a new word when Taco scored the game-tying touchdown in overtime in that national championship. Our next male finalist, Taco Dowler. The third male finalist is Konnor Ralph out of Helena, and holy Dave, what'd you do to me? A competitor on the U.S. Olympic ski team. Montana's own Konnor Ralph, redefining what's possible in international free skiing, taking the world by storm at the X Games in Aspen, where he landed what's called the technical triple cork 1800. Just YouTube it later, I promise. Finishing fourth in the slopestyle, 3 career World Cup podiums, top 8 finish at the 2026 X Games, and his trajectory led him all the way to the ultimate stage just earlier this year, where he was a finalist in 2 different events at the 2026 Winter Olympics, representing the United States and the state of Montana with skill and proving that the mountains of Montana are the perfect training ground for Olympic dreams. Some of my former colleagues actually had a chance to catch up with Konnor after he competed overseas in those Olympics.
That's like where I really fell in love with skiing. Just getting the call that I was going was, it's been a childhood dream. Even just packing for the Olympics, I was like, don't stub your toe or something and not be able to compete. Just keep your body in one piece. I saw a video online of I don't even know, 100 people or something up at 3 a.m. watching my slopestyle final, and I was like, how do you guys care this much? It was unbelievable that people were supporting, and it definitely motivated me to really try my hardest and put it all on the line for Helena and Montana.
When his final run began for Big Air, he decided to give it everything. Ralph, having only attempted it once while training in a blizzard, and with hesitancy from his coaches, unexpectedly landed his first ever triple cork 21, a moment he'll remember for years to come.
I don't know, just the moment of that third run, I knew I wanted to try something new or do something to really feel like I gave it my all.
Ralph offered some advice to the kids up at Great Divide right now, looking to follow in his footsteps.
Try to have as much fun as you can with it. I think that's why I've done so well, is that I just truly enjoy it.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Our third male finalist is Konnor Ralph. Thank you, USA. This next one cracks me up, the photo. Kylie, where did we find a photo of a hockey player in a suit and a tie? And outstanding, Mike. The fourth and final male finalist is Jake Sanderson out of Whitefish, and of course the U.S. Olympic ski team. Jake's journey on the ice has a direct path through northwest Montana, where it led all the way to the Winter Olympics. Anybody watch that gold medal match earlier this year at the Olympics? Right? You someday? Olympic gold? Oh, we'll get you there. From the northwest corner of Montana and Whitefish, he joined the USA Hockey National Development Program before becoming a standout at the University of North Dakota. And it was while he was there that he became the 5th overall pick in the NHL draft. And he's been a defensive cornerstone for the Ottawa Senators ever since. They just wrapped up a playoff run about a week and a half ago. After earning gold at the World Junior Championships, he reached the pinnacle of his sport earlier this year, as we mentioned, helping Team USA to a thrilling gold medal finish at the 2026 Winter Olympics. USA's first gold since when? 80? All right, so again, my former colleagues had a chance to catch up with him both before and after.
So I think Whitefish is probably my favorite place on the earth. So yeah, it's an unreal place. Yeah, that was cool. I think hockey's really grown in Whitefish from the time I've been there, and we won a banner there. It was like the first ever banner that we won, and we have all of our names signed. And every time I go back to the rink, I always look at it in the rafters and see my name and a bunch of my friends when I was younger, their names on it. And just the rink in general in Whitefish is kind of really special to me too, because that's kind of where I started my hockey career. When I do think about it, it's a pretty cool accomplishment, and I'm very grateful for that, and very grateful for my family to help me get there, and all the people in the minor hockey and Whitefish that kind of coached me when I was younger, because all the coaches that helped me along the way I'm very grateful for. So just to be able to represent the state of Montana and Whitefish in general it's really special to me, and that means a lot to me and my family. And a lot of hiking, living on a lake in Whitefish, so a lot of swimming and fishing and all that. So when I was younger, I actually wanted to be a goalie, but my parents wouldn't let me, so thank God they didn't. But just to be able to represent Montana and also just Whitefish as a town it's pretty special to me.
So there you go, your fourth and final male finalist, Jake Sanderson, out of Whitefish, Team USA, and the Ottawa Senators. And now we'll head into the male winner of the 2026 Lil Sullivan Award. Your winner is Taco Dowler. Have we heard from Taco this evening, Mike? Taco's gonna get a couple of these, as well as are those other male finalists. So one more round of applause for all 8 of them. One more round of applause for these 2 lovely ladies who are going to be here for Franklin tonight. Graham and Carolyn, thank you for being here as well on behalf of Hailey. There you go, your 2026 Little Sullivan Awards.
Thank you. I'm going to put this back in here because I need my hands free. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. And it's been a long night, you know that. It's a great opportunity for us to represent the athletes of Montana. I would leave them with this thought. Become part of your sport. You were born to stand out. Stop trying to just fit in. Be a leader, be a champion, and make your parents, your state, and yourself proud of everything you do going forward. Thank you. That's the end of the program.
I'm about to go level up, I cannot settle for nothing, I never been regular, always knew I could do better, I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in, now me and the money are way too attached. Still reppin' 919, the city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve, I put in the work, now I'm about to level up. I'm about to go level up, I cannot settle for nothing, I never been regular, always knew I could do better, I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't to see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still reppin' 919, the city is mine, and I put it all on the map. Coming